Say hi, guys. You using your brother as a footrest, Aragorn? Elrond doesn't seem to mind. I moved, so all of a sudden their eyes opened. Because I'm in bed. I had a little episode with my heart at 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't worry, already called and talked to the cardiologist and all that fun stuff, and went in, had an EKG done, they did some blood work, chest x-ray, and all kinds of fun little things, because they were concerned that it was a heart attack. However, it wasn't. It was what they call a heart seizure. It feels the same, okay? Let's not be false here. You may call it a seizure. It sure hurts like a heart attack. But I'm doing okay. I was drink Gatorade to reset my electrolytes and just rest today. And so I'm not going to be live tonight, partly because of this, and partly because my son is getting LASIK surgery, and I will have to drive him up to the hospital up in King of Prussia where they're doing it at. And so that he has to be there by, we have to be there by, I think, 7:30 in the morning, and it's an hour's drive. You know, it says 45 minutes, but I'm betting it's going to take us an hour. And he won't be able to drive home, so I get to drive the hybrid home. He's let me drive it to and from the store, but this will be the first time on a highway. So that'll be cool. I get to do that. Meanwhile, I'm just going through and puttering and going through some of these old postcards. These are all, what are this first batch? These are Thor. See, if you see that signature, it's hard to read, but that is Thor E. Geiger. Now, these are from the late 30s and early 1940s, and this is part of a whole series of flowers they did. Not to be confused with the other ones that came later, which are these guys. See, they look very similar, but the backgrounds are not always completely black. Like that one, it's navy blue. That one's navy blue. That one's almost like a watercolor background. But a lot of the same images will show up later. And these are, I have to look up who these are, because that's the symbol for Stehli, S-T-E-H-L-I. Focus. You had just focused. Come on. The Stehli, and it says it there. But they were also printed in Switzerland, and I think they're a little later, but I swear they swiped the photos and didn't give them credit. So I have those. These are also, while they look very similar, these are, I think these are the ones that are, no, that's another Stehli. I had some that were Mainzer. I don't know where they are. But I'm just puttering through, looking for ones to get listed. I got two lovely little bird ones, but these are both written on the back. And then, of course, this is in Lancaster County. This isn't that far from me. Took Michael there a couple of times as a kid. There's a motel one from Montana. And then that whole pile of little novelty ones. So I need to get them listed. And then I found, because I've got, I got 2 packs here that I got to sort out. And I decided I'm going to list this. on eBay. Gilroy the Ghost. As much as I love Halloween stuff, the reason I'm going to sell this is, one, I can get $60 to $70 for it. I love this would go up in here, and so that would be, this part would be the bottom stand. I took it out just to check. He glows in the dark, which to me is awesome. I would love to keep this in my Halloween stuff, but it's never been used. That is completely full, and storing it in the attic, that would melt. Now there's a little discoloration here from having been inside of him, I guess from that black ring. But $60 to $70, well, heck, $75 is a loan payment, you know, from an old loan that should be getting rid of by the end of this year. So I decided I'm going to be listing him. But he's a bolo. If you ever see him, he is from Avon. If you ever see him, even if he doesn't have the lip gloss with him, if he doesn't have the lip gloss and you just find the ghost, that's $10 to $12. If you find the ghost in the box, that's about $15 to $20. If you find all three of them and it's used, well, then you're looking at $30. But I've got one that's never been used, which then ups it. I'm going to see what I get, because I'm going to list it first as an auction starting at $50, because the box has some issues, and as you saw, the lip gloss has some discoloring too. So we'll see. I'm in my LuLaRoe leggings. I find these help a lot with water retention. I wear them as pajamas. I only have 2 pair, but that's all right. I will eventually get more. But these guys have been with me all day. As soon as I got home, they just stayed with me. They wouldn't leave me. They're keeping an eye on me. If I move, they move. I went to the kitchen, they come to the kitchen. I go to the bathroom, they go to the bathroom. And don't let the fact that they look like they're sleeping fool you. The minute I move, they're going to move. So that's what I've got. And if I don't have, you don't think I have enough vintage. Now, these old Hershey PA ones are listed. But I have all of these to sort out. These are kind of put together by what they are, if they're from a certain state or a certain town. But I need to, that's the Nittany Lion. Any Penn State graduates out there? I have more than one of those vintage linen postcards of the Nittany Lion statue. And look how white that statue is. That's from when it was first done. That really is from when it was first made. But I have all these to sort through and get these sorted and organized into the book, because this is how I keep them, because it keeps them safe. It's a good way. You can flip through and see what you've got. Like this is a whole bunch of ones that are all Mannheim, PA. And so, or if there's duplicates, because there were a couple I had duplicates of, you can fit, you can fit like 3 or 4 under there. And it's a great way to store your favorite vintage postcards, because it keeps them secure, and it's a nice way to do it. And that way you can flip through it and enjoy looking at them now and then. And I'm almost done the first of the books you picked. I've got like 30 pages, so I will finish this one today, because I said this was going to be the first. I'm still working on Future Shock, but this is the This is an Alchemist edition, and here these yellow ones were actually just pasted over top of red ones because it came off. So I tucked it. It's inside the pages somewhere in the front. But I started the Scarlet Letter because I needed something small, easy to hold up, and it was a break from having to think. This was a giveaway. If you are a member of Goodreads.com, it's you just sign up for it. It's free. You can track how many books you read a year. You can do their challenge, but they also have a little thing called giveaways, and you can get uncorrected proofs. Sometimes they're the actual book, and you can get them. Sometimes you're entering to win, and this is one of the ones I had won. It's fascinating too, and it's really scary somewhat to see how things are being twisted around by some people to actually turn us back to the bigoted 1950s. I don't want to ever see that. But, so, that's what I'm working on. Finished this one today, and tonight I'll probably try to read some more pages of this. And, because Future Shock, it's just... This one, his writing is so easy, but Future Shock it's about how the sudden changes, and it was written in the 70s, but it's so true of today about how the technology is going to change faster than our brains can keep up with it if we don't learn how to accept change on an almost daily basis. And how not being able to accept change can make the future shocking to us when it comes, and having come from a life that started with telephones that hooked to the wall. Here's a good example. Then you had phones, cordless phones. Wow, you could walk around the house, forget where you put it down, and then not know where your phone is because it would die. The thing would die, the battery would die, and you wouldn't know where your phone was. To phones that you could have in your car. Or the first cell phones. I mean, some of them were as big as a walkie-talkie. But look at the phones we have now. I mean, it's a computer in your pocket. You can watch TV. You can watch movies. You can type on it. You can write letters. You can email. You can do so much stuff. You can film with it. That is the kind of massive change that has happened in a lifetime. And my life's not even over yet. I'm only 58. I plan on being annoying to my family for another 20 years at least. So that's what Future Shock is about. I can't. It's in my TARDIS bag with my Boy Scout stuff. So I can't show you that one. I can't remember the guy's name. Alan something wrote it. So that's what I'm working on now. I usually have 2, sometimes 3 books going. Usually always one fiction and then one that you really have to stop and think about. I still have that old 1900s, early 1900s geology book, but that one takes a while because I'm running into a lot of terms I don't know, so then I have to look it up. So it's more like reading a textbook, but I'm fascinated by it. So that's where things are right now. And so I am to take it easy today, drink my Gatorade, because it helps reset the electrolytes in your system, which is massively important if you've had anything happen with your heart. Even if it was just little flutters, the electrolytes help reset things. So I will not be on tonight. I just hate that I had to cancel again. I have missed... I mean, this adds up to being what would be a whole month of missed Thursday nights, by having this be another one. But after what happened with my heart, that spooked me. And then knowing that I have to get up at like 5 a.m. for me to be awake enough to be driving, to get him up to get this surgery on his eyes. So, I do look at the fact that at least tomorrow there's nothing on the plan other than me going to a chiropractor at 2 o'clock, and after that I can come home and lay flat, and I know I will fall asleep so I can take a nap tomorrow afternoon. But we have also not had any rain to test the roof. We've had gray clouds, but no rain. So I'm just going to keep working on this, and I just wanted to let you guys have an update and know what was going on. Look at the two sleepy boys. Look how long Aragorn has gotten. He's had another growth spurt. I mean, here's the size of my hand. It doesn't even go halfway up his back. He has just gotten so long. Him and Frodo now are the two long boys. Gimli's stocky and all muscle. He's the heaviest. And then Elrond. Elrond is now officially the smallest because he's smaller than Arwen. She's finally outgrown him. And yes, I moved. Oh, heavens. So I'm going to see you guys when I can see you. I'm hoping to be able to do a live on the weekend. Maybe I'll get a work with me done. I was also hoping to do, but Mike's not going to be here this weekend. The local junior high that the troop is with is having a 3-hour, it's only 3 hours, it's 9 to 12, flea market on Saturday. And I was really hoping to do it, but I can't do it without Mike because I can't lift stuff. Because I was hoping to take craft supplies and pre-cut things of fabric, and that's just not going to happen. It's also hard because I don't really have a good spot to be measuring fabric out, but I thought I could take something, and it's just not, because I just won't be able to lift, and he's not here. And there was another one the following weekend, but I think that's the week. There's another weekend coming up. There was one, but again, he'll be away for the whole weekend on that one because he's getting his wood badge training for Boy Scouts since he's the new Scoutmaster. He and a couple of the other ASMs are going to it, which is good. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe for those of you who are in the middle of the country. Those tornadoes have been frightening. I've been seeing the news. They're scary. You are all in my prayers for that because it just seems like Tornado Alley got a lot wider and a lot taller because now these things are reaching way further up to the north in the center of the country. And they're getting bigger and more frequent, which, you know, my heart goes out to everybody living in those areas. So I will hopefully see you on the weekend. If I can get a chance to go live, I will. And I'll see what we can do. We are halfway. Mike and I did get the bookcase back. Got all the books dusted, back on the shelf. I have not gotten all the boxes out of the way. I still have 2 in the way. But, you know, with this surprising me, I'm trying not to lose today. Because I spent the entire morning at the hospital, and I've been home about an hour and a half now, and it's, what time is it? Is this going to tell me? No? You're not going to tell me? There we go, 3:30, that's what time it is. So, yeah, I was over there by 9:15 and got home at 2:30, so I've only been home an hour, enough to get into jammies. Well, jammy pants anyway, because these are far more comfortable than those hot jeans. It's a warm day today. So I'm going to take it easy. Right now, you know, I do feel very weak. That's just what happens. If you ever have a racing heartbeat or what they call an episode, they don't think it was a full-blown heart attack, but they do think it was what they call a heart seizure. No idea what caused it, but this is, I haven't had one like this in probably 20 years. So, it's best I got checked out. So I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys, I hope, over this weekend, where we can do something live. I don't know what yet. It'll be a surprise to all of us. But I just wanted to let you know I am okay. We just had a little health hiccup. I honestly think it may just be that, the stress of the roof and several other things, everything has kind of finally calmed down, and it just might be just too much stress for too long, and maybe the heart just decided to, like, kick me in the backside and say, hey, slow down. But, that's what happened when I had the heart attack on the side of the mountain. Things were finally calming down, and then it kicked off. So, maybe it's that. I don't know. I just know my heart's a pain in my backside. So anyway, have a great week. Stay healthy. Pay attention to your health. Make sure you're hydrated. That was another thing they hollered at me at, because they said, you're retaining fluid, but if you don't drink enough fluid to flush it out of your system, that's when you really start hanging on to it. So you gotta keep it moving. And so, and having done that, I'm already seeing that you can see a little puffy right there to my hands, but they already look so much better. They gave me a whole bag of saline, and I have my water bottle here, and I'm already losing some of that. There's still a little puff there, but the swelling in my legs has gone down. All that's gone down, since they had me in there. And, so keep an eye on that. Stay hydrated. It does you more harm to not be. And it doesn't have to be really hot. Your body needs water all year long, all the time. So, bye everybody. Have a great weekend. And if you want to keep watching other videos of mine, I'd greatly appreciate that. Because, it's fun to have more viewers. I love you guys. And I miss you. Have a great weekend.